Queen of Pain like does not. If Korkva's Queen of Pain dies like 3 times, then the game is over, and that's such a precarious position. Like even Storm Spirits can come back from games like that, but Queen of Pains struggle way more. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that she's so popular. And wow, Unique have 3 mid laners that they could potentially send against this Queen of Pains. So Cyber Legacy had their work cut out for them with the Medusa last pick and Sniper as the last pick for Cyber Legacy now.
4 position Sniper. Or no.
Oh, because it's a mid Sniper versus mid Medusa?
They're going to send...
Or now they can send Death Prophet mid.
So now the Queen of Pain's a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
It may have been a flex to begin with. It's the rarely seen flex, at least in this region. Almost always they'll like belligerently send it mid, even in a bad matchup. But it would have been a pretty bad matchup to go against either the DK or the Medusa. So they turn it into a 4. Sniper is definitely much better at dealing with this Medusa than most heroes. You really never have to worry about Mystic Snake because you're generally will outrange it. And both of you have the same concept. You'll come back to the lane every once in a while. Sniper will shrapnel it out. Medusa will split shot and snake it out, and then you'll go back into the jungle and farm. So similar play style. Based off the drafts, I kind of favor Unique because they have really high tempo with the Death Prophet and DK, and they have very, very consistent late game with the Medusa, and I don't really see Cyber Legacy being able to push fast enough to win the game before the Medusa comes online. But if they do, they definitely have a good way of bursting her because I think that Centaur is one of the best answers at Medusa just because Stampede is so good at dealing with Stone Gaze that even if you have these melee cores like Troll Warlord, you're not going to turn into Stone Gaze that easily.
So then we get that mid Sniper, and I'm always interested to see what Sniper build will be chosen because I've definitely seen some ridiculous Sniper builds.
This game wouldn't be bad for the Aghanims. I would be okay with the Aghanims this game because I think his Troll Warlord will do the hard carrying, and I guess he can kind of provide follow-up initiation with a Centaur with the Aghanims Assassinate, so I would be okay with it. But yeah, I'm also curious what the Sniper's going to build because he has his bases covered. Troll Warlord has the physical damage. Queen of Pain is going to have the magic damage. It's kind of up to Pikachu what he thinks will be the most effective thing. Against Medusa would be my guess, is because he's the best answer against Medusa. Troll Warlord can't really deal with her that easily. Queen of Pain, past like 30 minutes, she can't really do very much, so it's going to be up to the Sniper.
Yeah, and the last time I saw mid Sniper, he went Necro Book to start.
Wow.
It went Necro Book to start, Ags, Blink, Bots, Kaya Yasha, BKB, Octarine Core, and had a Spell Prism.
His cooldown talent used to be way better at level 10. I think it's gotten nerfed in like multiple iterations at this point, and then plus it was a victim of the 20% nerf. So once upon a time, Necrobook Sniper was like pretty viable. In this situation, I'm not too confident, but I would love to see it.
God, it was quite the time when you could throw in an Assassinate like every 4.6 seconds.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this goes with Last Hero and Big Gnome in the off lane. It's the Centaur and the Queen of Pain, which we usually see something like a Centaur Rubik. See how this Centaur Queen of Pain goes because he set it up with like a Telekinesis and a Hoof Stomp, and then he uses Retaliate stacks. Here you don't really have that set up. I think you're just kind of hoping for a bit of bad positioning, and Last Hero able to find a Hoof Stomp, some extra damage coming in from Shadow Strike and probably the Scream.
Yeah, but a Death Prophet doesn't really have to be too concerned. Even if she didn't have a save support like Shadow Demon, this Spirit Siphon versus the Centaur is going to be so incredibly effective at keeping her alive because she just gets so much HP. She loves going up against any high-strength heroes like this.
And that's the change from Death Prophet, who I thought was going to be mid, to now being in the safe lane, and then they've thrown BZZ on this DK. So DK, he's become this versatile hero. He can go safe mid or off lane. I think that's one of the best things about him when you pick him up in the first phase too, is the fact that he can do pretty much anything.
Yeah, I don't know if you and I had cast it, or if it was Nomad and I, but we had also seen a 4 position as, oh my gosh, Illusion gets really close to going down to this Grimstroke in the top lane, but narrowly dodges it. Yeah, so that's why, like, DK first phase has not been too revolutionary for me, because, yeah, he has insane flex potential, and he's never bad. He's never going to lose a lane. Like, no matter where you put him, unless it's against, like, a Monkey King or something, he should be fine.
And he's here with this Earth Spirit right now, just going into the Breathe Fire and the Dragon's Blood. I know sometimes when he's matched up with the Ancient Apparition, he'll go Dragon Tail level 2 just to get that Cold Feet to proc over, but not a situation here that he's going to go for it. He could go for it maybe level 3, level 4. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, especially if he could put something together with Earth Spirit.
Chances of them being able to kill a troll are pretty slim. The mischance on the Whirling Axe is just too difficult for 2 melee heroes to deal with, I imagine, so he's probably just going to be building to work his way to get jungle farm and get level 6, because I think the best way that Unique win this game is the Death Prophet and the DK are just constantly dragging Cyber Legacy around the map. They don't even need to play the same lane. Like, Zitrax activates Exorcism, pushes one lane, DK activates Dragon Form, pushes another lane, and they're all just dragging Cyber Legacy away from the Medusa. And that seems to be the best solution to me, looking at this draft, to enable this Medusa to make it to the late game. Or we can see, like, you know, the very popular Mask of Madness second item rapier business that a lot of Medusas have been doing, but I don't really think that's going to be necessary. I think they should be able to win late game pretty easily, as now Zitrax kind of getting gone on in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're doing quite a bit of damage, but they've got the disruption from Vanscore, so Zitrax should be able to just retreat. Potentially just pop that salve when the Shadow Strike is over.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not in too much trouble, and for right now, Cyber Legacy, despite, and me agreeing with you that I think Unique's draft's a little bit better, it's a 1,000 net worth lead strictly farming.
Yeah, all top 3 CS are being owned by Dire Heroes. The Sniper's obviously, like, a rarely seen pick, but, like, it's situationally very, very good. And Medusa is one of those situations that it is very, very good, as we see 16 and 7 versus the 13 and 6. It's not dramatic, but usually Medusa kind of comes back into the lane once she has more points than Mystic Snake. Against the Sniper, not really the case. Like, Pikachu has barely had to use any of his regen, and now Bignum picks up a DD rune and blinks over to mid, but Illusion's already here to protect the Medusa.
Yeah, and this is actually not a great spot for him to be in. He's got 10 stick charges as well as the Mango if he wants to just go through onto Illusion with a blink in a second.
Bignum has one more blink.
And that's where he'll find him. With the double damage, he'll get first blood, and a good job there from Bignum to use that blink and come over. But I believe, I almost want to say he got hit by the Mystic Snake right as he used that Mango. Or maybe it was a little bit after.
Either that or it was his stick charges, I wasn't sure. But whatever the case, it did work out. And it's not even that big of a deal for the Queen of Pain to leave the Centaur alone. Centaur's a hero that will be more than self-sufficient, as they're going to contest these bounty runes in the top lane. BZZ going to have to retreat and be content with his 1 bounty rune, whereas 3 will go the way of Dire.
I'll take that.
And so a really good start here for Cyber Legacy. You know, right off the bat, every lane farming really well. They've got themselves first blood. This is really solid. I like this start. Of course, I would say Unique, they're going to want to up the pace, but, you know, how much do they want to continue to do so with this Medusa? Or are they more complacent sitting back? Can they change their plan?
Given the way that the laning phase is going, I don't think they can really play too quickly, because at a certain point, even Sniper is going to be willing to show up the fights, as BZZ is getting.
Just getting chased, Stroke of Fate hits, Plantimos runs him down. Got a couple of nets there, and when you've got the net and the Inkswell, it's good for the troll to just continue slapping away, yeah.
And it definitely telegraphs that Earth Spirit's missing somewhere, so Vangscore fishing for a disruption setup into a rolling boulder, but Bignum and Last Hero are not giving it to him. They even... Yeah, they're playing very, very defensive here.
So there's the Rolling Boulder as well as the Disruption. Last hero taking a good chunk of damage with the Spirit Siphon. One stack of Shadow Poison, and Zitrax will eventually find the kill. So 3 heroes come bottom to get this. They do get the offlaner as they lost their own over towards top. And that's pretty good to hear for the Death Prophet, who getting closer and closer to that level 6.
Yeah, it was a lot of wasted time, though. Thankfully, DK has the Soul Ring completed, so he feels pretty confident sitting around, but Illusion on this Earth Spirit, ideally he needs to be shutting down like the more important cores, like the Troll Warlord and the Sniper, as opposed to enabling his own core with the Death Prophet. Because, again, like I said, I'm very, very curious to see what this Sniper is going to be going for, because it will determine how Cyber Legacy will play the game, where either they'll try to outpace the Medusa and just like push faster than her, or they'll just be very, very irritating and be like, anytime you feel like pushing with this DK or Death Prophet, my Sniper's going to show up, shoot you in the face, and just shut down your push.
Well, Joey for the Sniper.
Oh man, he didn't use it on himself. What a player. Oh no, he did use one of them. What was the other one on? Troll?
Yeah. Ooh, Faded
Aw,
Brooch.
no fun.
Sends it back, though, as he's already got that Iron Talon for this Medusa.
Nope, BZZ activates Dragon Form, going on this Grimstroke up top with the Rolling Boulder.
The Inkswell pops, he could be in trouble. They do use the Exorcism, the damage coming through onto the DK. They'll get the kill, but Happy Durara ends up getting killed off by Zitrax. Palantimos Courier will go down, but now Zitrax, he's kind of in an awkward spot. He used this Exorcism and now is just forced to retreat. It's one of those things that you really want to use to get something done, and instead he's getting chased while it's going on. The Assassinate with the Scream coming through. He's forced to just go back.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Queen of Pain's Courier gets ganked in his her own jungle as Illusion is trying to find Pikachu. Will not successfully block that Rolling Boulder, and Illusion will be able to get out. So a failed Exorcism, but not the most troubling of turnarounds. DK goes down in exchange for the Grimstroke, and technically those were both of their pushing ultimates, as Dragon Form was activated and Exorcism was activated. So now it's kind of... I'm surprised that BZZ came back to this top lane, because I feel like there's not that much they would be able to accomplish unless a Bignum gets caught out here. Stunned. No silence.
At the bottom, they've got the Hope Stomp. Potentially enough damage to kill Van's score here. He tries to turn for a second. Palantimos with another kill as they're pressuring bottom. Illusion's just here to watch. Nobody rotating over to help him out.
I'm kind of surprised that they're not defending this top tier 1 on Cyber Legacy. But I guess if it's a trade, then they're not too concerned. But I don't know. Against a Medusa, I would feel that you always feel like you have a hero advantage, because Medusa's not going to show up to any side lane fights anytime soon. But tier 1 for tier 1, and Sniper and Medusa are just continuing to farm up in the jungle. Dude, he doesn't even have anything in his quick buy on Pikachu. The anticipation is killing me.
He's got 1,600 gold saved up.
Huh. Just get the point booster. Commit to it. Don't be a coward.
Yes.
10-minute
9:52
outposts.
Are they gonna have?
Yeah, Radiant are not going to be able to reclaim that, so 1 and 1 apiece.
Okay. And that's usually pretty significant. If you get 2 and you know the other team's sitting behind, that's always such a problematic thing where your supports fall to this point where it just seems like they don't really have enough coming into like this 15-minute mark up to that point.
Yeah, and for a Queen of Pain, that would be very, very expensive. This is a 4-position Queen of Pain who still working her way to Sonic Wave, and Sonic Wave can be so useful in these team fights. That pure damage against the DK Dragon Form, or just being able to get more burst damage on Medusa and burn off her Mana Shield, these could be game-winning plays. But surprisingly little combat. I thought that one of the teams would be trying to be more aggressive, but both of them are just kind of like towing the line. Only 6 kills in 11 minutes, which is not typical of this region.
So Pikachu buys out onto a Dragonlance. Won't be that Ags. Saved up so much gold, but he does go into the Dragonlance, and it doesn't look like it will be that build for Pikachu, at least for the moment. Meanwhile, Palantimos, he's going Yasha. Sometimes you'll see like Diffusal Battle Fury on a troll. But it goes Yasha first.
Yeah. I'm curious if he just wants to get the status resistance and he doesn't want to have to commit to like a very, very early BKB, because you're going to have to deal with the Stone Gaze and you're going to have to deal with Shadow Demon's Demonic Purge, so an early BKB won't really help you that much, but you're still going to get kited by both of those things, so I guess Saint and Yasha may be the best middle ground approach.
Let's see if he finishes off the entire Sanjin Yasha, or if he goes like Yasha. Would you go Yasha back into the Diffusal Blade and then finish off the Sanjin Yasha? Would that even be worth it?
If they were fighting more, then I would be on board with it, but they're just never fighting. As now, I say that, BZZ is going to get caught out, but this is hardly a fight. This is more him just being way too over-aggressive.
Gets caught up towards the top, and not much he can do. His 3 heroes are there to surround him, especially with that Inkswell. This is one of those builds that I really do enjoy, is when you go to the 1-1-3. You give yourself 3 points in the Inkswell. You know, the extra movement speed is there, and you know, the cast range helps you to, you know, start to pick somebody off once it pops.
Yeah, but again, it's like a very combat-oriented build. Like, Happy Durara, if he had more points in Stroke of Fate, like, he could be farming up some jungle camps and get experience in gold during this downtime, because like nothing's going on. He has 4 points in Inkswell and no one wants to get swelled up by him. BZZ TP's back to the outpost. He's like, whatever, man. I died in this top lane. I'm gonna keep coming back to this top lane, because as long as I'm taking the abuse and my Medusa's not taking the abuse, then it's all going according to Unique's plan. So at a certain point, one of the teams are going to be happier than the others. Right now, Cyber Legacy do have the net worth advantage, but again, they're playing against a Medusa. I don't know when Sniper's power spike is going to come, as he is going to be building into a Maelstrom now after that Dragonlance. Meanwhile, Medusa, I haven't seen her in a lane in ages. She's just been farming up the jungle consistently. She's going to be getting first item Manta style as Stampede comes out.
Stampede, as they look with the Soulbind, Assassinates fly in, but they get the kill into the Grimstroke. Big Gnome looking for a Sonic Wave, or just a blink with a Scream. He doesn't actually have the mana for the Sonic Wave anymore, but with 12 wand charges, still could stay nearby to potentially throw it in.
Dire structures are fortified.
I like how they're not popping Exorcism for this. They have one of the ultimates with the Dragon form. Now if other people start showing up, then they could take the fight with Exorcism, or they can just back out.
So immediately into the Dragon Tail. Troll's not showing up to this just yet. Shrapnel down, pushing them back, and it looks like they'll just disengage.
Very, very strange game. I always lean Medusa whenever it's like a slow game like this, and I don't think a troll will be able to like get close enough to her. Who's actually going second item Basher? Wow. Are they gonna fight with these items? Because like all these builds and everything are gearing towards combat, and then like they're just constantly in their jungle. Happy Durara may spot out Advanced Score.
Top tower is under
They spot him,
Yeah,
Swell
it's
will
gonna
pop in
pop.
time. No.
Oh, close.
Close. Does Medusa have Manta already? Sitting top of the net worth.
That was perfect.
And they still have that Exorcism to use. They haven't really pressured any lanes with it. It looked like they might use it over mid, then they get pushed back.
Take that.
And still not going somewhere else with it. Pikachu going Maelstrom with this Dragon Lance. He's picked up quite a bit of farm, and so is the Troll. They're all just jungling. And this is so unlike what I've seen from CIS.
I know. I'm baffled at what I'm witnessing right now. I don't know. Again, like, it just comes down to the fact that like both teams have more faith in their own cores, that they're like, no. My Troll and Sniper are gonna outcarry your Medusa. And Unique are like, bro, there's no way that you're gonna outcarry my Medusa. I'm very curious to see. Okay, so 19's not gonna be rushing a Rapier this game. He's gonna be going for a Butterfly after this Manta style, which makes sense. Really, it's just gonna be the Troll Warlord and the Sniper that are gonna be your issues. So if you get a little bit of evasion, should be pretty significant in keeping you alive, which he also went for the evasion talent at level 10 on Medusa, which just kind of encourages people to get an earlier MKB. I mean, Maelstrom's kind of like a poor man's accuracy because the lightning procs won't ever miss, but still, like between Butterfly and the evasion talent, you're probably going to need MKB or maybe even a rapier.
They're starting to
Radiant
group
have
up
used
together.
this top outpost as like I think the most TPs on the map have been to this top Radiant outpost, which is crazy to me.
And they still haven't taken that tier 2 because they've been using it to pressure
Yeah.
that top lane. Now they go from the outpost back to mid.
They smoke up. Their angle of approach is not going to be too easy though, because most of the vision that they had in the jungle has been removed. But Pikachu may be a casualty.
There is the smoke getting popped. They look over at the sniper. They've got the magnetize as well as the damage coming in, but there's the stampede. And Illusion's trying to go in as far as he can to kill off this sniper. He is getting low. A couple more ticks on that magnetize. Eventually, Illusion does fall. Pikachu throws out some shrapnel before he dies to the magnetize. They've also lost the Grimstroke. They're chasing past the tier 2. Meanwhile, there's a tier 1 still standing. And Unique, they really don't care. They're just going to grab themselves 3 kills and back away. Exorcism gets used, but can they
Dire's middle tower
transition this into an objective, aka the tier 1 mid?
I
Dire's middle tower
is this the power spike? I suppose. I mean, the blink dagger reveal for BZZ definitely very, very important. That's I imagine what the entire smoke was built around. And Medusa joins the fight. It seems like Medusa's ready to fight at this point. She's got the talisman, just inherent 27% evasion, which is pretty sweet for a hero like this. She's level 16 already. Jesus, yeah, she's quite large. And Cyber Legacy have just like, I don't think they've crossed the river in the entire 18 minutes of this game.
Unique all of a sudden evening up the net worth, showing how strong they are at the moment. This is, I don't know, Cyber Legacy just not playing the pressure that I thought, or we thought they would.
They're crossing the river now. I don't know if there's any significant power. Okay, Basher's completed Blink Dagger.
It will
That's
find
not
Van score.
nearly as critical as a sniper kill. But if they can transition into Roche, then it's maybe worthwhile.
This isn't exactly the easiest Roche if it gets smelled out, though.
Yeah, we'll see if anyone is wise to their... Yeah, they scan it out. BZZ is going to TP to the mid lane. Smoke. Medusa's ready.
Shadow Demon still has the option to come in from the outpost over in the Dire jungle. There's the silence as well as the Stone Gaze, and the damage coming through on the last hero is quite a bit. Throws the Sonic Wave over the fight with BZZ getting low. Pikachu from the high ground. So BZZ ends up dead. Both offlaners gone. Soulbind onto Medusa as well as the Earth Spirit. Zitrax dead. Troll finally dies, and this Roche is sitting really low. But Bignum trying to get out of this fight. 19 goes back into the Roche pit. He commits to trying to get this Aegis, but there's the Ink Swell. That first bash really hurt him, and Aegis is picked up by the Grimstroke after they kill 19. They'll finish off the Shadow Demon. For some reason, BZZ bought back, and it all falls apart for Team Unique.
This is such an absurd game. So they end up winning the Roche fight pretty handedly. It's a full wipe, buyback on the DK, and they lost the Troll and the Centaur. And they technically still have the Aegis, and they got the Roche kill. So ends up working out the way of Cyber Legacy. I think that the Medusa got a little bit too preemptive with that Stone Gaze. She got Death Prophet got a really nice silence just right off in the pit. BZZ with that initiation as a blind blink into the pit was able to get the intel on what Roche was at. But then Medusa kind of used the Stone Gaze for the move speed to like get into the pit. At which point she was just very, very vulnerable, because this is earlier than I expect most Medusas to be fighting, as strange as that is, even though she is level 18 with, 30% evasion and a Manta style. It's only 20 minutes into the game. So, like, she still has, like, tons of room to grow. And she's not very, very powerful at this stage, at least in terms of staying alive. She can deal damage, but she's not very survivable. And so she goes in with the Stone Gaze. Troll Warlord is just kind of like chilling in the pit, and he's like, oh great, well now that Stone Gaze is down, now I can activate Battle Trance and have absolutely no fear whatsoever. So he lifesteals all the way through the Dragon Knight, a nice Soulbind by the Grimstroke also keeps people connected to make sure that the troll wasn't getting kited away. And yeah, then the Medusa was just kind of like in a very awkward spot where she's like, well, Roche is really low. Do I kill Roche or do I leave the fight? And she ends up committing to Roche, dies, and also does not get the Aegis.
Instead, Grimstroke picks it up. On top of all that, Pikachu was in some great positioning. He was up on these stairs here and was just shooting away the entire time. Like, nobody was touching him.
Yeah. Which is kind of... I don't really blame Unique. That's why this sniper pick was such an excellent last pick. Because it's not like they have the Centaur on their team on Radiant where they can just charge in on the sniper. Really, your best bet is getting that Blink Dagger on the DK onto the sniper, but you had your one reveal chance. Now at this point, Sniper's going to be staying very, very far away from the fight. He's going to be letting his Centaur and his Troll take most of the abuse.
Yeah, why not? You know, you've got the Dragonlance, you have the extra attack speed with the Mjolnir now finished. If you can find a position like that in all these fights, I don't see you dying, and I see you winning every single engagement.
Yeah, he's got the full Mjolnir completed also, so even like in terms of team fight contribution, he's not just plinking away at one target, but he's going to be able to get this Chain Lightning off, which, I mean, I don't know how you jump the Sniper very easily. He's got a Grove Bow also, which is amazing for this kind of build, so yeah, he's sitting pretty. But Butterfly is now completed for the Medusa, and BKB is completed for the Death Prophet, so another big power timing for Radiant. Are you going to go on this Aegis Grimstroke? Is that what you're going to do?
When was the last time a 5 position had the Aegis for the first one?
I should have paid more attention to what his voice line was. I don't even know what Grimstroke's Aegis line is, because I've never heard it before.
I think every support's voice line is usually something like, "Really? I got this? Oh, this is great."
They see the Butterfly and Medusa. They see no one else on Radiant showing on the map, so they're not even going to bother trying to contest this tier 2.
And at one point it'll just be BZZ who finishes off the tower through backdoor protection. But that is just the tier 2 tower with that smoke. Like you said, they had hit a power spike and probably were looking to fight.
Yeah, Death Prophet still hasn't shown herself, I don't think, and so they don't know that she has a BKB completed, which they could still use to their advantage. But they're still hoping to do something with this exorcism for sure. Alright, giving up 2 tier 2 towers is a little bit more troubling. And yeah, Cyber Legacy will contest this one.
Or at least attempt to. There's the Shrapnel down on a 19. Push them back. Illusion's in the trees in a very good spot to open up the fight, but it's whether or not Unique want to commit to this. Doesn't look like they do.
I have not seen such a passive CIS game in ages. This is blowing my mind right now. Smoke up.
Smoke immediately broken. Oh! BZZ, quick fingers.
There was a slight moment where there was going to be some excitement, and then BCZ just has to go and ruin it with his sick reflexes.
They hear you.
Now Pikachu's in a kind of awkward situation. He doesn't know where the enemy team is, and he's like, am I safe standing behind my team, or are they flanking me? And how bold of me to assume that something interesting would happen as they just take the tier 1 tower uncontested.
Got it for free. Alright. Heaven's
I mean, I'm being critical of it, but I mean, like, both teams are playing the way that they should be playing, which is both of them just want to go late game. Both of them think that they have what it takes to, like, go past 40 minutes, so why give up any early risks?
Darn. Position 5 Grimstroke's Aegis expires. And,
Seems like they missed a big timing with that Aegis on Grimstroke. Didn't really take advantage of that second life.
Oh my god. Couldn't we all be so fortunate as support players?
Dire's middle tower has
So
fallen.
I'm looking
I wish
at
I had
this.
something more engaging for you, B-Cup.
I'm looking at this Queen of Pains build, going Guardian Greaves, and has the Veil. Like this is, I don't really see a position for anti-mage. That's for sure.
Queen of Pain, yeah.
Oh, what did I say? Wait, did I say anti-mage?
Anti-mage.
Caught me in the chat at the
You,
same time.
you
I
had
looked at two
2B on the
different things.
brain.
Yeah,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
you know, sometimes
Yeah,
it happens.
I mean, it's kind of the stuff that a Centaur would be building, but the Centaur is building more, I guess, other utility items. So he's building the Halberd, like you mentioned, to disarm this Medusa, which would be fantastic. And Queen of Pain's gearing more up towards the survivability, which I think it's just more to keep the sniper alive, because a Queen of Pain, if she built damage-oriented, I don't really think that she would be able to do that much in this game as a 4 position. She's not going to be able to, like, kill the Shadow Demon before the Shadow Demon can get his cooldowns off. And so, might as well just build towards keeping the rest of your team alive, which I guess medic Queen of Pain can do with this Greaves.
And it has worked. 5-0-5 for the Queen of Pain. Doing a pretty good job. Again, we see Unique play aggressive, but nothing really comes of it. And I say aggressive, they just kind of take over this area, and nobody's there. Nobody's home.
It's kind of impressive by Cyber Legacy, because for the whole time, I don't think they've had very much vision on what where Unique are. They're just kind of guessing that they're living in their jungle, which is a pretty solid guess, seeing as how, again, like, their outpost, I don't think they've ever reclaimed their top outpost. Like, after the 9-minute mark, it's just been Radiant's outpost the entire time. It's been their favorite TP spot the entire game. BZZ's got a halberd of his own as well. I don't know if you'll ever get in range to disarm a sniper, but disarming the troll would also be nice.
Ooh, Orb of Destruction through this sniper.
Worthy tribute. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very quiet. I'm shocked.
Why, I'm just you know, letting the chips fall as they may. This is high intensity gaming.
This is weird, you know. I come from
A smoke.
I come from the Chinese Dota games that I was doing earlier this morning, and this is what I kind of expect from them. A little bit more methodical like this, and a little bit more planned out, and all of a sudden, we're getting this quiet game. It looks like a potential fight, but the smoke gets broken on last hero, so both teams disengaging. Or at least one team is chasing a little bit. Alright, never mind.
You jinxed it.
Ugh, I won't say anything. I won't say anything. My job now is to just be quiet.
I guess because it was nighttime, the Centaur did not see the Death Prophet. Because otherwise, I think it's a pretty safe bet to go on a Death Prophet like that. But whatever the case,
Radiant's middle tower
I
is
mean,
under attack.
she has BKB Yules. This BKB has not been popped a single time. She's had this 10-second BKB for oh.
And there's the blink with
Yes,
the Dragon Tail of all people that catch the sniper! Doesn't get up to the high ground in time to survive. They get the kill on a Pikachu. He doesn't have buyback to look at the rest. Grimstroke no longer having that Aegis. Has his TP stopped, and Zitrax with the double kill. So we finally get a bit of a popping off. But what can they do with this?
Chasing for the Centaur, but can't see him during nighttime, so never mind. Wow, that was thrilling gameplay and kind of bad timing, as Roche is up, and Radiant confirm it with Earth Spirit's Courier over the pit. So now, I don't think Grimstroke is going to be able to snatch this Aegis away, and it will likely go in the hands of Medusa. So, solid timing. Great pick by BZZ, getting that sniper. Almost was forced away to safety, but not quite. And things definitely going Unique's favor now. Despite there being a 5k net worth deficit, but again, like against a Medusa, these net worth deficits are kind of hard to read, just because some heroes just can't fight into Medusa, and Troll Warlord is kind of one of those heroes.
So nobody to jump in here. And no Grimstroke Aegis. This time an Aegis for the Medusa, who is going into the Divine Rapier.
Yeah, I mean, now that you've confirmed the second row, she can even pick up the cheese off of Death Prophet if you lose it, so you should feel pretty safe going for a rapier now. Tier 3 items being claimed. Nothing too exciting. That's kind of the name of this game.
Of all people, too, they call it sniper, and I think that was just, it kills the team fight of Cyber
Yeah.
Legacy there, and they really couldn't do anything but mid, silence, as well as the Yules, and last hero, Stampede. Get
He's
some
got the Spirit
distance,
Vessel on,
but
so he can't blink.
Hoof Stomp in, Spirit Siphon on him, Rolling Boulder misses, last hero eventually will fall.
I think he was trying to boot the Death Prophet closer to the center. It didn't quite work, but either way, they get the kill. I mean, at this point, now that you don't have the Aegis, Cyber Legacy should just keep doing stuff like this. Keep dragging Unique all around the map. Make sure that they can't siege high ground as Pikachu actually getting super caught out. This is actually comically out of position for a sniper, and he will go down.
Oh boy, this is not good. They've lost him. He's down for 70 seconds. No buyback. Medusa getting very close to that Divine Rapier. Oh boy.
I don't think they should wait for it. I think they should just go, because I mean you're still extremely strong with just an Aegis. She's pushing out bot. The rest of her team is congregating mid. She doesn't have a tier 1 tower to TP to, so I mean it seems like a pretty good time to push high ground. You have Dragon Form, you have Exorcism. Even if your Medusa didn't want to participate, you still could probably siege tier 3 pretty confidently, but instead they will take the last outer towers as they journey towards the bot lane as a team. Let's see if Troll is going to sneak this wave. He pops out, only catches a little bit of it.
Disruption onto the Grimstroke. Blink Dragon Tail. Now they're starting to get pick off after pick off.
Oh, there's the rapier.
Oh boy.
Party time.
32 minutes in and we're ready to party.
It took long enough. Oh man, they have a telescope on their team also for Radiant. Who's holding? Shadow Demon's holding that. Oh man, this is gonna be an easy siege.
Fan score is surprisingly low on mana.
Yeah, that is a little bit
BZZ?
concerning.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Bro, what is happening this game?
Siege over.
What
just
is
died.
going on? I think he thought that, like, I guess he didn't realize that Shrapnel canceled his Blink Dagger because he activated Dragon Form, and they could see the sniper because they have this Radiant Ward on the high ground near this bot tier 3. So they saw Sniper, and he activated Dragon Form, and it looked like he was going to blink to the sniper. But then he was like, never mind, my Blink Dagger got canceled by Shrapnel. And they just kept walking up because Medusa was acting like she was ready to siege, but Medusa also has like way longer range than a DK and Dragon Form. And then BCZ is just like, seems that I'm the only person left here.
They have Exorcism when they decide to go again. 40 seconds without this DK. And only a minute 13 left on the Aegis.
Yeah, this was kind of a wasted Aegis. I would have preferred if she had like locked the rapier and just like, you know, casually sieged with the parts, because then at least they could claim an objective. Oh,
And they're gonna try
Kick
for
onto-
Queen of Pain. Got the Silence Bignum though.
Greaves.
Guardian Greaves and blink away. Into Mango Heaven too.
do you remember when iStrug linked that YouTube video of Mango whatever right before that patch? That was wild. Stampede? To get away, of course. Was it initiating Stampede? How foolish of me to assume that it would have been. A lot of pings. A lot of... Oh, they got a smoke.
They're gonna be looking. They're gonna
He
be
just
searching.
has 7 seconds left on it.
So BZZ looks for Pikachu, but the silence! That's big. However, they still find themselves right on top of the sniper, and he is in so much trouble. And by so much trouble, he's already dead. Zitrax with the kill, Exorcism used with the BKB from the Death Prophet. He'll move their way to look for the rest of these heroes, and they might even just find Polantimos. Boulder Smash, Spirit Vessel on him. Zitrax comes back over, and he'll go into the Pato Trance, ripping through this Death Prophet, ripping through the DK! BZZ, he goes down, as does Illusion. Zitrax falls, 3 heroes gone on Unique. And all of a sudden,
see her.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Wow, that could have completely changed the game. And yet somehow this kind of does not change the game because Medusa still has the rapier. They find Vanscore. He's going to be slowed with this Shadow Strike. Big Gnome blinks forward. Does not have any detection, so I'm going to get away. I'm not quite sure why they chased the Troll Warlord. Medusa was chilling. She obviously does not have nearly the mobility that a Blink Dagger Death Prophet and a Blink Dagger DK have. And so obviously she's not going to follow them. But it's not like Palantimos was stealing away like the creep wave that was going to, bring back backdoor protection. Medusa still had a creep wave mid. And she was ready to siege high ground. She took it down to half HP. And then her other 2 pushers were like, no, let's go kill this Troll Warlord, who's kind of irrelevant to the fight. And then they lose the fight. Oh, Magnum? He's fine.
So 5,000 net worth lead now for Cyber Legacy. Have they... Yeah, I guess they technically haven't been behind in net worth.
No, but... And they've been up in kills also, but... Again, like, it's very difficult to interpret the net worth advantage in a Medusa Rapier game, who is also level 25 with the 800 mana talent and a Satanic now. 19 is ginormous. And now they will claim some tier 4 items. Got a Relic on the Radiant, Illusionist Cape on Dire. I think 19 is really hoping for an Illusionist Cape, probably, on this Medusa.
Has 3 more chances at it, and this is, unique kind of missing opportunities, especially after getting the Sniper. If Sniper ever finds himself in a better position, I think the fight might even just go straight their way for Cyber Legacy.
Maybe. He does have an MKB, so him and the Troll both have MKBs to deal with Medusa's evasion, but she is, like... I don't know how you get close to this Medusa, which, Sniper does not want to have to get close to this Medusa, but I don't know how Troll gets close to her. Without the rest of Radiant jumping on the Sniper in the meanwhile.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Radiant should probably finish off trying to find all their tier 4 items. A Princess Knife would also be pretty good. The projectile speed on Medusa is very, very nice. And obviously the Hex. Magic Lamp. Nothing great for a Medusa yet.
Yeah, just Magic Lamp and the Timeless Relic. Timeless Relic being held by the Earth Spirit. They still have 2 items to get. And Pikachu, he might want to be a little bit careful coming down to the low ground like that. BZZ could just blink in and all of a sudden get the Dragon Tail where they start to go for this Sniper and get the kill and then potentially finish for even more, but there's the blink as well as the Dragon Tail. They've got the silence out of the Queen of Pain. Rolling Boulder is out with the Geomagnetic Grip of the Boulder Smash, but he survives. Guardian Greaves comes in. They're not on top of Pikachu, and you look at his positioning to try and plink out these unique heroes. They don't get anything just yet, but they do disengage successfully.
Yeah, I thought with that Timeless Relic on the Earth Spirit, they would have had a long enough stun on that Queen of Pain, but shout out to the Greaves build. She Greaves up. Didn't even have to flicker out, I don't think. I think she just blinked out. And Big Gnome survives. The Medusa was not in that fight. The Medusa was moving towards top. She thought that she may have been able to get some tier 3 damage on the tower. But if she was there, then that could have been pretty significant. But, nothing significant has happened at all this game. They get juked by an Illusionist Cape of Centaur.
Blink, Hoof Stomp hits the Medusa. Now they've got the Shrapnel down. You put the Ink Swell onto the Centaur. He starts to back off. Illusion hit by that Yules. And with the Sonic Wave flying through, they'll get the kill on Illusion. But the Blink forward from Zitrax. He's trying to find somebody, anybody, maybe even the Sniper, but he'll just get the kill onto the Grimstroke. And now they start to turn around, but this is not exactly the turnaround that they want. As Zitrax gets focused, he'll eat the cheese. The Assassinate flies through, the disruption coming through from Vanscore to save him. Exorcism still raging on. Stampede used as they need to get Pikachu onto the back lines and onto the high ground once again. Bash hits BZZ, and the damage from Pikachu will be more than he can handle. He's invis though, and finally comes out of the Glimmer Cape, ends up dead to Polantimos. Cyber Legacy take 2 kills. They're still looking for 19. Buyback from BZZ. Bignum moving forward. May not be a spot he wants to be in. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he has a Princess Knife now. Oh, jeez. That is actually terrible timing, because Roche is up, and there's a DD rune up top, and DK bought back. So I don't think Queen of Pain can, like, buying back will save anything. So DD rune on this Medusa. She's just going to destroy this Roche. And I would imagine that they do something with this third Aegis, perhaps. As there is a buyback on the Queen of Pain, but it's too late. The DD rune did make a pretty significant impact in this, though, because without that, I think they could have shown up to contest that.
From the Death Prophet, the Ag's Blessing. Polantimos, he's far forward and kind of far from his team for the first part of this fight. But now Bignum coming over the BKB, he's been popped by Polantimos. He works his action on a BCZ who bought back just a moment ago. They get the kill on Illusion as well. Zatrax moving forward, his BKB no longer existent. Team uses that Stone Gaze, but they disengage fine.
Uh-oh. She's out of position.
Ooh, Bignum wants this. They killed Vanscore the Hex!
Oh, the Princess Knife!
Oh, the Princess Knife comes in clutch as he trying to TP out, and now with the Aegis getting taken out of the hands of the Medusa, this is a big problem. They'll sign up for the Inkswell, but the BKB's been popped. Sonic Wave comes in. Last Hero taking a lot of damage, as is Polantimos, who's used up within the Battle Trance, and Sniper's already dead. Pikachu goes down, 19 doing work. The roots come in, the disruption is there. They look over at Zitrax, they get the kill on the last hero. Finally, the Divine Rapier's on the deck.
No one picks up Queen of Pain's
my! Bignum gets out. He's been a god on this 4-position Queen of Pain. They will still get Grimstroke, but giving up the Divine Rapier. Medusa buying back. And now trying to farm up another Divine.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why
man.
19 bought back there. He bought back and he bought a Blink Dagger. Which I can kind of understand the Blink Dagger, because now the problem is that they're just kiting her around. They will kind of bait out the Stone Gaze, and then Stampede is just being used to react to the Stone Gaze. And so she'll get disarmed by the halberd of the Centaur, and then she'll just kind of stand around and walk around, and then she'll be like, well, I want to do something in this team fight. So she'll Stone Gaze, and then immediately Cyber Legacy will just Stampede and, you know, just evacuate the situation. And despite having Satanic and the Aegis, they still managed to burn through all of that. And Troll Warlord ultimately comes out kind of on top. They got the Aegis off. He was not able to pick it up. It would be really nice if he could pick it up. Instead, Bignum has it, which, all things considered, of support heroes to have a Rapier, a Queen of Pain support is not bad. She's got pretty high agi gain. She can stay alive pretty easily. She's gone back to the Flicker now. Who has the Princess Knife? No one has the Princess Knife. Whatever it was, that Hex on the Medusa being able to cancel that TP may have just secured that Rapier. So, despite a solid 40 minutes of nothing happening, very exciting past 2 minutes.
And finally, all culminates in a one giant fight there that ends up having the Medusa lose the Divine Rapier. Kind of wild that the Queen of Pain was the one who picked it up, and Troll actually just escaped from that fight with such a slim margin of health.
Yeah, it was the buyback situation. Troll's the only hero in the game with buyback available right now. Death Prophet will have it in 80 gold, though. And they finally take back their outpost. They have not had control of that outpost for, like, 38 minutes in this game.
They still actually have the bottom outpost, too.
No. I haven't even seen the Radiant Jungle this, like, entire game. I have not panned my camera down there once.
Alright, closing in on the Divine Rapier, number 2.
With a Blink Dagger and a Rapier, she'll be a much more difficult force to deal with, because then she can directly jump on the sniper, and then you can't use Stampede to just get out of Stone Gaze. Then you need to use Stampede to save your sniper, and she has it completed.
Radiant's top tower is under
So another Divine.
Alright, Bignum. What's the play? Going Shivas. Nice, nice. I like it.
Just trying to hold on this Divine Rapier as best he can. Which he's done a good job of getting out of these fights. He's only died once, and that was when he blinked right onto the Medusa in that last engagement as it took place on the dire side of the river.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Troll's gonna show himself mid. The sniper also shows himself. They could start racing this.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And by they, I mean like Unique is definitely gonna be happy to race this. I don't think Cyber Legacy wanna call this bluff.
Radiant's structures are fortified.
They'll try for the high ground again, but as I say that, they back away.
That was perfect.
Queen of Pain also now has that Scream of Pain. Fear for 1.2 seconds, sitting at level 25. Bunch of shrapnel charges available for Pikachu. They're all starting to hit those level 25 areas, except for Grimstroke, of course. Troll's got the Battle Trance Strong Dispel. Queen of Death Prophet goes Exorcism, grants haste.
Are scanning.
DK's kind of far from his, and Medusa's actually getting really close to level 30.
Wow, their whole team is leaving the bot lane again, and they don't have Glyph this time. And like all their TPs are down, aren't they? Didn't they just TP? Yeah. What? All their Queen of Pain is the only hero with a TP.
Tower has fallen.
And their smoke missed the snipe. They just gave up a set of racks. Nobody's defending. I guess they're not here.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
They can catch him on the back end, but
Has fallen.
we'll see. They're going to the Elder Dragon form. There's the Hoofstomp coming through into BCZ. They've got the disruption as BKB's been popped by Palantimos, but the damage coming in.
Sniper.
Pikachu getting plinked pretty hard. He ends up dead. They kill off the sniper. He'll buy back, as does the Grimstroke. It's all about the Queen of Pain surviving, but there's the Rolling Thunder Rolling Boulder onto Bignum. They found out Palantimos. They've got him stunned up. He's trying to survive, gets the Battle Trance off, but finally it finishes and Palantimos ends up dead. Illusion, he also goes down. Buybacks aplenty from Cyber Legacies. The BKB's been popped by 19. He's doing a lot of damage onto the dire side. He looks over. Pikachu gets the kill into BZZ. Now Bignum moving forward. Silence onto 2. Palantimos in. Vanscore dead. And now numbers losing for Unique. They get around this Medusa. Down goes another Divine Rapier. Rampage for Pikachu. Can he get the +1? No, he can't. Bignum gets it. Full team wipe for Cyber Legacy. And they will win this first game.
Oh, they GG. What an absurd game that was. That may have been one of the weirdest games I've casted in like the past 2 years or so.